Hello, once again, I welcome you all to the channel ST7 TV and thank you for being with us to date. Today, I have a breaking news for you where Jacob Caesar, as we normally call him, Shedder, had a meeting with some dignitaries or leaders from Africa, Mulumbi, Arikana, Peter Obi, and so forth and so on. But unfortunately for him, the meeting was meant to be held at a hot Independence Square. But because of the leaders that we are having in Ghana, their hypocrisy, they did cancel the meeting. But he tried his best to have the meeting at different place, expressing his opinion and also introducing himself as the one behind the mask. Let's go and listen to him.
Very much. 21 years of my life, I have been serving a nation, working so hard just to become an example of what wealth looks like. And building wealth comes from knowledge, comes from wisdom, comes from understanding. You need to get this value from your own surroundings. I grew up partly in Ghana, partly in England, and I came back to Africa. 2001. Unlike Martin Luther, I did not have a dream. I had a vision. I started watching the youth in the streets and the roads, the rules and the regulations, the conditions and the constitutions that is stipulated and embedded on us as Africans. I had to walk on a different path, and I was alone. My investment on the roads became a landmark. And whatever I invested on this landmark is a footprint. I am here for a legacy. I am part of your historians. And I know many people want to see the true side of me. I know you know that I'm coming BEDIAKO, but I know you're still looking for freedom, Jacob Caesar. Yes, I am requested and I'm here. I'm not here to take your value. I'm here to add value to you. I discovered that the land that we belong to had so much wealth that until we turn it into our own, our economy will never be sustainable. And we cannot forever live in our countries with a box economy. I needed to create a middle income economy without being a part of the government. Why so? Because I believe it's part of my responsibility. I took a different path. My movement, my foundation, my group, and all of this have acquired some wealth. But the wealth that I reimbursed back into society, it has become a part of my mission to make this change. I believe that I belong to Africa. I am a son of this soil. And I can add value to humanity. And I came here to do that. I came here to add value to this world and to nature. I am not going to live here without God even being proud of me. When I'm not here also, I want you to remember that I came. And I want my absence to be felt. And for that reason, I know you're looking for the man. The man in the mask is sitting in front of you. Be scared of. I came to you as your salvation. I don't invest in myself alone. I am investing in you. And truly, these innocent leaders sitting beside me, of course I will not go to them and tell them that, hey, I am a man in a mask and I want you to come to Ghana to support me to do this and this. And this man of these dignities and this woman with such power will say, yes, I'm going to follow you to come to Ghana to do your convention and all of that. No. It is part of the movement. We need to educate. We need to uplift our children. We need to voice out to them. If you are about to find out about this man in the mask, because I never spoke a word, you were looking for me. I didn't tell you whether I am into politics, whether I am an evangelist, whether I am a conventionist or a revolutionist. After this day, you will have to wait for me to share share my policies and my visions with you. And if I'm the reason why the country or the government is not happy about these great voices coming to educate not only Ghana, but also Africa, then I'll take this moment to sacrifice myself, to unveil myself, because I have much respect for these great leaders beside me. It would have taken my own time to tell you that I am. But for this very moment, I am sacrificing myself to let you know that I'm that man. That I'm that man with a good purpose, with a great vision. I have a plan and I have a vision for this nation. And not only this nation, I have it for Africa too. But I know Africa is the next biggest thing, because out of all the continents that have been developed in this world, there is only one continent that is not developed. And I am sent to do that. I am not interested in people's positions. I am not interested in presidential positions. I am interested in the regions and the humans. I am interested in the countries. I am interested in the continent. The resources here, the human resources here, the great opportunities to be able to prove a point to the world that this is what we can make out of ourselves as a black society. We have been doomed and disrespected and undervalued by everybody in the Western world. My pain is in my heart and I can't express it to you, so I let my actions speak for me. I want to thank you very much for this moment, and I want to thank these greatest leaders. Your voice will never leave us as Africans. And it's the beginning of a new Africa, a new nation, a new dawn, a new mindset. Everything is new. Thank you.
We'll take any question, but I can tell you.
And surprisingly, on arrival in Accra today, a young lady came and looked at and said, I work with the youth and entrepreneurship, and I want you to talk about entrepreneurship. I said, we're coming to Ghana to talk about entrepreneurship. And you just asked me a question. How do we start entrepreneurship among the youth in Africa? I say, fight one thing, corruption. And you look at me. I say, corruption kills three things in a society. It kills entrepreneurship. Nobody thinks in a corrupt way. Because it is the money to make. But still, it kills professionalism. So you don't have professors doing research any longer, because people are stealing public money. And it kills that work. So fight it, and you spark entrepreneurship. So it is about entrepreneurship. But let me add, there's nothing wrong with have an ambition.
Thank you.
I was a trader. I was a bank. Somewhere along the line, something happened in my state where children did not go to school for 2 years. And I asked myself, why should I be making money when there's no future for these children? And that's why I'm in Nigeria today. I'm not desperate to be president of Nigeria. I'm desperate to see a Nigeria that works for the future of my children, for the future of the children of Nigeria. I'm desperate to see how we can pull millions of people out of poverty in a country God blessed with everything. We have vast, uncultivated land in Nigeria, and people are hungry. To just close and give you an example of what we're suffering now. A country like Netherlands, in 1 year, did export of $120 billion export of agricultural products. Netherlands without water. With water, it's 43,000 square kilometers. Without water, it's 33. One state in Nigeria is more arable than Netherlands, and that state has 76,300 square kilometers of land. So it's 2.5 times Netherlands. That state is is occupied by criminals. Yes. Because that state cannot generate 1% of what the land can do with agriculture. And they have 2.5 times the size of their land. Just one state. It cannot continue. We must change it.
Thank you.
So that ambition,
I can't agree more. Nobody should ever apologize for their desire to serve their people.
Thank you. Thank you. A mother's wisdom would always set the stage, but the courage from Mr. Bino today has also, what could have been better than this conversation anywhere?
Right.
Yeah. This is the conversation. This is the conversation. It couldn't have been better. Thank God it was cancelled. Thank God we're having it here. And we'll look back many years and we'll be able to say, thank God.